Goku has long been the series' emblem of transformation, from his early days turning into a Grade 8 to the pinnacle of power with Ultra Instinct and Dragon Ball Super. Throughout the series, Goku's transformations have evolved dramatically. Since his debut, this form has undergone numerous enhancements and subtle variations, which can make it difficult for casual fans to distinguish one version from another. However, the differences between each version reveal important aspects of its power, especially as it becomes more refined in recent arcs. In Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 103, Goku demonstrates a distinct variation of Ultra Instinct compared to what he used in his fight against Moro. However, we'll get back to that shortly. After revisiting key moments in the series, it becomes apparent what Goku's next major transformation will be when Dragon Ball Super returns. Surprisingly, this evolution is still within the realm of Ultra Instinct, but it represents its ultimate form, something we get a glimpse of briefly in canon. Before revealing this final Ultra Instinct version and its mechanic, it's helpful to understand the distinction between the different forms of Ultra Instinct. Unlike Super Saiyan, Ultra Instinct isn't unique to Saiyans. In fact, it's a technique accessible to martial artists willing to put forth the righteous work in order to master it. Essentially, Ultra Instinct is a technique that enables a fighter to separate the mind from the body. This separation allows instinctive movement by bypassing the usual lag associated with thinking before acting, which is critical in high-stakes battles. The technique's challenge lies in its demand for extreme mental detachment, where the user must be nearly devoid of thought and emotion to succeed. It draws inspiration from the real-life concept of mushin, a meditative state where the practitioner is free from fear, anger, and ego in both combat and daily life. In mushin, the mind works rapidly but without specific intent, enabling fluid and unhinged movement. Some philosophical perspectives suggest that reaching mushin involves understanding that technique is ultimately irrelevant, allowing one to transcend traditional fighting and move freely. In Dragon Ball, the angels embody this concept perfectly, with Whis being a prime example. They remain in this detached state naturally, calmly reacting without needing to think or plan. It's a significant advantage that highlights the difficulty of mastering Ultra Instinct and explains why it's rare at coveting among mortals. To activate and sustain Ultra Instinct, the character must fulfill a series of difficult mental and physical steps. One is to clear all distraction. The user has to set aside each distracting thought, bringing their entire focus to the present moment. The second is breaking through the limits. According to Whis, this typically requires some sort of intense trigger, like an overwhelming threat. The state isn't easy to sustain because the user must avoid any emotional reactions, as even the slightest response could disrupt the heightened state and end the form altogether. While this might sound straightforward, it's a challenging feat, especially for Saiyans like Goku, whose fighting instincts are deeply rooted in emotion. Goku in particular struggles with maintaining Ultra Instinct's initial forms due to his instinctive emotional responses to evil or cruelty. However, Goku eventually adapts and finds ways to control it, achieving multiple versions of Ultra Instinct that allow him to fully utilize its advantages. Goku's journey to mastering Ultra Instinct is marked by several major forms: Ultra Instinct Sign, Mastered Ultra Instinct, and True Ultra Instinct. Each transformation brings him closer to the perfected state, though his progress isn't always straightforward. The first form, Ultra Instinct Sign, appears midway through the Tournament of Power. Pushed to his limits, Goku instinctively enters this form. His hair appears sleeker, his eyes turn silver, and he emits an aura with cool colors, signaling a fundamental shift. This initial stage grants Goku incredible dodging capabilities, surprising the gods of destruction, who aren't sure if he's tapped into the form. Despite the strengths, Ultra Instinct Sign has its drawbacks. Goku can be knocked out of it, and its protection isn't foolproof. In the manga, Goku's trigger for Ultra Instinct is different from the anime. During his battle with Jiren, he's overpowered, and in a desperate move, he uses Kaioken to push his limits, believing that sheer power will be enough. This approach fails, and in a moment of reminiscing his earlier training, Master Roshi speaks to him, challenging his understanding of power. Goku confesses that he feels he needs more greater power than Super Saiyan, a statement that disappoints Roshi. The old master reminds Goku that the purpose of martial arts isn't to dominate others but to master oneself. Until Goku can move beyond the allure of the enemy's strength, he'll remain as he was when Roshi first trained him. This conversation prompts Goku to reflect on past teachings from his mentor. From Master Korin, he learned the importance of efficient movement. From Kami, he learned the value of keeping his heart calm and steady. Kaio-sama taught him how to train both body and spirit, and from Whis, he learned to let his body move instinctually without conscious thought. Each of Goku's mentors had unknowingly laid the foundation for him to eventually unlock Ultra Instinct, and these teachings culminate in his journey to reach his highest level. In a pivotal moment, Master Roshi reminded Goku of his roots, and Goku reconnected this with his identity as Son Goku of the Turtle School. This mindset shift enabled him to tap into Ultra Instinct Sign. While there are some differences between the anime and manga versions, the essence of Goku's transformation is consistent across both. One unique advantage of Ultra Instinct Sign for Goku specifically is that it allows his power to scale as necessary. This not only conserves his energy, but aligns well with his Saiyan instincts. Goku becomes faster, stronger, and reactive without conscious thought, eliminating any delay in his movements. However, since this form is not fully perfected, it drains his energy quickly, limiting the duration he can maintain. Ultra Instinct Sign is also accessible through dedicated training, making it a challenging yet achievable technique. In the Moral arc, Goku trains with the fallen angel Mirrors to assess Ultra Instinct at will. Mirrors provides insight into Ultra Instinct, explaining that it isn't just about emptying the heart and mind, mind. Rather, it activates when one achieves full self-control in the face of intense emotional shock. Reflecting on his first time using it against Jiren, Goku was indeed in a high-stakes situation, fighting with the fate of the universe on the line. His heart achieved a calm state, reminiscent of the gentle streams on Mount Pauser. Against Moro, Goku shows a marked improvement in his control over Ultra Instinct Sign, as he moves full speed to evade Moro's energy-absorbing attacks, countering with much greater precision and efficiency. However, the form still comes with the same stamina limitations as before. Mirrors taught Goku to tap into the form at will, but it remains the initial stage with inherent drawbacks. The next evolution beyond Sign is Ultra Instinct itself. When Goku achieves this level, his hair and his eyes turn silver, and his expression becomes intense and focused. While he uses this form in the Tournament of Power in both the anime and the manga, focusing on the manga version gives a clear depiction of the progress, and we'll talk about the anime later on. In the manga, Goku's use of the white-haired Ultra Instinct form has evolved over 4 notable instances, with each showing clear progression from the last. The first time he uses this form is in the Tournament of Power against Jiren. During this intense battle, Whis notes that Goku has yet trained enough to wield Ultra Instinct effectively. Consequently, Goku is unable to sustain the form, and Jiren ultimately overpowers him. Recognizing this, Goku acknowledges that he'll need more training to improve. The next instance of Ultra Instinct occurs in the Moro arc after Mirror sacrifices himself. By this point, Goku's body has adapted to Ultra Instinct, enabling him to hold the form longer. He's now capable of activating it and deactivating it at will, showing his growing mastery. Additionally, he learns to manifest an avatar of himself, an ability that he lacked during the Tournament of Power. In the Granola arc, Goku demonstrates even further progress. He can now access the form under regular conditions without needing the extreme stress or life or death triggers seen in previous arcs. Despite this, he still faces limits, noting that he can't sustain the silver-haired form for extended periods. This provides some insight into why we previously powered down when fighting Moro, though it wasn't apparent at the time. The most recent appearance of the white-haired form in the manga is during Goku's sparring session with Gohan Beast in Chapter 102. In this match, Goku doesn't mention having the same time limit and stamina issues as he did in the Granola arc. He shifts in and out of Ultra Instinct effortlessly without any sign of struggle. Even after Gohan temporarily knocks him out of the form, Goku regains it easily. This suggests that at this point he's achieved a high level of mastery over the form, handling it with no apparent drawbacks. Unique to the manga, we also have True Ultra Instinct, a form exclusive to Goku. Although visually similar to the previous Ultra Instinct forms with the characteristic silver eyes and a restrained aura, it differs significantly in nature. True Ultra Instinct aligns more closely with Goku's emotional and instinctive nature, diverging from the calm, emotionless state of the angels. This form enhances Goku's power by leveraging his emotional state alongside his Saiyan biology and martial arts mastery. In this state, Goku gains clarity and focus, becoming less affected by his surroundings and distractions. While this refined form resembles Ultra Instinct Sign, it's uniquely customized to suit Goku's strengths, though it still has stamina limitations. Some argue that it's even more powerful than Ultra Instinct, but that's a topic for another video I'll explore in the future. With our detailed exploration of Ultra Instinct and Goku's current mastery of it complete, let's turn our focus to the upcoming transformation he may achieve in the manga. Interestingly, it appears that his new form of Ultra Instinct will closely resemble the version Goku demonstrated in the anime. This may seem a bit puzzling, so let's dive in and clarify. In the manga, Ultra Instinct has become to understand it demands Goku to maintain absolute calm and emotional control, especially during intense pressure. This requirement for emotional control became particularly evident during the Granola arc, where Goku was forced to revert to a more manageable level of Ultra Instinct Sign to maintain efficiency in combat. Yet in the anime, Goku has a different relationship with the form. He's able to wield the white-haired Ultra Instinct transformation without requiring the intense level of emotional detachment. He can even draw on his emotions to enhance his power within the white-haired form, as we see in his battle with Jiren. When Jiren threatened Universe 7, Goku is driven by a surge of anger that allows him to break past his previous limits and outmatch Jiren, a notable feat considering Jiren was winning the fight before this pivotal emotional outburst. In this anime form, Goku's demeanor and appearance shift distinctively, his aura laced with streaks resembling shooting stars, and carries a fierce quality that hints at the heightened power boost he gained when embracing his emotion. This state is even suggested to outclass the power levels of the God of Destruction, with Goku's movements so swift that they create after images. However, the cost of using this form is extreme. His body struggles to handle the immense power, and the transformation takes a significant toll. In the manga, however, he doesn't experience the same level of physical strain in Ultra Instinct, underscoring the differences in power between the two versions. Combining Ultra Instinct with his emotions allows Goku to intensify the transformation's power, making it a more potent yet challenging state. This duality is logical, given that Ultra Instinct is designed for action without thought. In this blended form, Goku taps into his emotional strength and harnesses it alongside Ultra Instinct's agility and speed. The result is a fierce aura radiating from his body, signaling a powerful fusion of emotional intensity and disciplined movement that reaches unprecedented levels of power and endurance. It seems likely that this combination of emotion and Ultra Instinct is the next evolution for Goku in the manga. Still, it's interesting that anime Goku is already utilizing this form while the manga counterpart is yet to catch up. It's a reminder of just how distinct the anime and manga adaptations of Dragon Ball Super have become, a topic that deserves its own separate discussion. For now, share your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think this theory will unfold in future arcs, or am I totally off track? Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, Majin Birds.